Hi there, YouTube. This is my first video. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what to say here. Just that today we're gonna be making some vegan jambalaya. Why, you ask? Because jambalaya is delicious. So I think I've got all my ingredients here. We've got ourselves some red beans, a can of crushed tomatoes. Now, normally this recipe calls for half the amount of ingredients, but I'm making a double serving, so we're gonna go with that. I've got my garlic, parsley, celery, onions. You're gonna wanna have your white rice, or whatever rice you prefer. I've got some vegan sausages here, which it called for andouille sausages, which I have no clue what they are, and the store didn't have those, so I got Italian sausages. Got our basil, cayenne pepper. The recipe calls for Cajun seasoning, but I decided to just use some Tony's because, as it says, it's great on everything. I've got some Cholula in place of Tabasco, and then some salt right here. We're going to be using that to flavor it. I guess there's not much left to say, so let's get to it. So we're not doing anything too crazy quite yet. Right now we're just gonna prep the rice, which the recipe calls for 3 cups of dried rice. So I've got my Pyrex thing right here, which only measures up to 2 cups. So we're gonna go ahead and measure out 3 cups and drop it into there. So now we've got all the rice into here. There's 3 cups of dried rice. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out just because I prefer to do that. I find it makes the rice cook better. So if you wanna do that, go ahead and do that now, but it's up to you. So my rice is now all rinsed out, and I'm just gonna pour it into this. I'll get all that extra stuff when I have my second hand to work with. Now, something that I like to do in order to make the rice taste better is spray some extra squirts of olive oil in there. Doesn't have to be a lot, it just has to be a little bit. That's probably less than half a tablespoon. And also you wanna go ahead and make sure to put a little sprinkle of rice in there, or salt in there. Not gonna put rice in the rice. So that's just a couple of sprinkles of salt. And now we're gonna go ahead and fill this with 6 cups of water. So we're gonna use this again. Now, a good rule of thumb is that in order to cook rice good, you want to go ahead and do twice the amount of water. I tend to put about a little less than twice, just because I know if I do a full 2 times the amount of water, it tends to be a little overcooked. So to cook your rice, I highly recommend using a rice cooker. It's what I'm using. So once you've got all your rice and your oil and salt in there and your water, you're just gonna go ahead and give it a good stir just to mix it up. Now, you're gonna go ahead and put this lid on there and go. Real quick, couple of ingredients I forgot to mention. Right here we've got some low sodium soy sauce. You can use whatever sodium you would like. I've also got some paprika. This is supposed to be smoked paprika. However, the store didn't have any of that, so I got this instead. And some dried oregano. So what I've gone ahead and done here is mix together all of our dry seasonings. All of the ingredients and the amounts and stuff will be in the description for you guys. So you don't have to worry about all that. But yeah, this just makes it a lot more convenient when we go to throw it in while we're cooking. So, now that we're waiting for the rice to finish, we're gonna go ahead and cut up all of our ingredients here. 2 more ingredients I forgot to mention were bell peppers, very important. I'm stupid. And then we've got our onions, garlic, celery, parsley, and Italian sausages. So we're gonna cut up the garlic first. All right, so as you can see, I've got all of my ingredients chopped up here. And now we just gotta go ahead and throw them in the pot to get them cooking. We are warming up the oil. I am adding the onions. All right, so it looks like this onion and little pieces of sausage are properly sauteed. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the garlic now. We're adding the garlic a little bit later than the onion because we don't want to cook out the flavor in the garlic. Garlic's been cooking for about a minute, so now we're adding the sausage, celery, and bell peppers. Right, so this has been going for a little while now. Everything's all vibrant and smelling delicious. So now it's time to add our cans of beans, our crushed tomatoes, our seasoning, our sauces, and our rice. So we'll go ahead and start with the beans, which I've already gone ahead and opened and drained, which I highly recommend. We're just gonna pour those in. Two cans of beans for me. A little extra protein. I'm gonna grab this tomatoes. Just pouring that right in there. That's 28 ounces. Now remember, the recipe that I'm making is a double serving. The original calls for 14 ounces of tomatoes. And now we're gonna go ahead and add the sauces, this is just soy sauce and Cholula mixed together. It looks kind of gnarly, but you know, it's just what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and add all my seasonings together. This is all those dry seasonings that I mixed together earlier. Pour that right in there. Now I'm gonna mix that up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add the rice after that. All right, I just had to take a moment to say that this smells delicious. It smells like chili. I'd probably eat this just like it is right now. But we are gonna go ahead and add our rice now. And I need 2 hands for that, so I'll be back in a second. All right, so I've got my rice in here. It's a lot of rice. It's gonna be definitely fun to mix up. This is so much rice, guys. I think I'm gonna need a heavier tool. All right, that was a lot of work, but we're all mixed up now. As you see, I had to grab the metal spoon, rather. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our parsley, because this is just about done. Parsley goes in. And we are pretty much done here. Wow, this is a monster pot of jambalaya. There's a lot of work to get that all mixed in. Maybe it'd be a little easier for you people that aren't making crazy servings like I am. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this put into Tupperware, and I'm gonna make myself a plate of it so we can see how it is. All right, everybody, so that about wraps it up. That is my vegan jambalaya video. I hope that it was entertaining or informative. I don't really know what it's supposed to be yet. I plan on making more videos soon. Don't really know what they're gonna be about. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far in the video. And we'll see you next time.